Hey guys, it's Appleminte. Welcome back again to my channel. So today, as the title says, I'm doing something that I've wanted to do for a really long time, which is drawing seasons as people. And before I get into the video, I actually want to thank today's sponsor, which really inspired me to do today's topic. I'd like to start off by thanking the sponsor of today's video, Boxu. Boxu is a monthly subscription box that brings you delicious and exciting snacks directly from Japan. Each month's box focuses around a different theme. The box that I received here is the Seasons of Japan box, so it features snacks with different flavors from the spring, summer, fall, and winter. Each box is shipped directly from Japan, and what sets Boxu apart from other snack boxes is their relationship with traditional snack makers. Their skilled sourcing team seeks out the best snacks and aims to create a partnership that supports local businesses by sharing their incredible snacks with the world. I am huge on supporting small and local businesses, so that is something that I really identify with. There are multiple subscription plans to choose from, ranging from monthly to annual, so you can choose what plan fits your needs best. You can opt to go with either the classic box, which comes with the full 20 to 25 snacks, or if you'd like to save a bit, you can also opt for the tasting box, which comes with 10 to 14 snacks. If you ask me personally though, the classic box is my favorite because I absolutely love snacks, so honestly, the more the better. As a treat to you guys, Boxu has given me a discount code for you to use on your next purchase. So you can use the code appleminte10 for 10% off, and I will also have this code listed in my description box as well if you're interested. I'm not sure if they have different flavors, but we're just gonna go for it, and I'm gonna eat the green one because I really like that color. And hey, if they're delicious, I have another pack. Ooh. So squish. Oh, this totally tastes like apple. Dang, these are delicious. Oh my god. These are so good. I know I'm gonna eat these so fast and then I'll be sad that they're gone. So thank you again so much to Boxu for sponsoring today's video and for sending me this delicious box of snacks, which I predict will be gone in like the next 2 days because I'm gonna have to try everything. So a few days ago, I put a poll out on my community tab and I asked you guys which season was your favorite of the 4, summer, spring, fall, winter. And I'm choosing the top 2 of those. So by far, the one with the most votes was autumn. A lot of you guys seem to prefer that, and that's also my favorite. I was born around the first day of fall, so I've always had a nice connection with autumn, and I was secretly hoping that that one would win. So my concept for autumn, I went across a few different themes and a few different ideas, but I mostly wanted to stick with something a little bit more woodsy and foresty because that's the kind of thing I think of when I think autumn. I immediately think of the leaves and I think of nature. So I really wanted to pull some of those elements into my drawing, but I also wanted to give it a little bit of a twist and not just make her, you know, a leaf person or something, I don't know. So I decided to go more the route of a witchy kind of girl, almost like a forest witch. So not really like Halloween spooky, but I guess you could say that it's kind of fitting to have a witch theme in the fall anyway, because that's when Halloween is. But no, I'm not going like spooky witch, more just like forest witch. I imagine she'd be making potions and different things out of different parts of nature and things that she finds around the forest, while also befriending forest animals. That's just kind of what I thought of when I was drawing her. So I wanted to give her that big hat, but I also really wanted to give her kind of like a over-the-shoulder, one-side shoulder cape, whatever you want to call that. And something you'll see that I did throughout this drawing is I added little mushrooms all over the place. So there are some on her shoulder, some on her hat, and some on her sock. Just some little touch that I thought would be fun to make her really feel like she just walked straight out of a forest and she really does live there. And also I was planning to make these glowing. I just thought that would be a fun touch, and I thought that that would kind of bring something more interesting to the drawing as well. So that's why I outlined those in reddish pink rather than black like everything else. So I played around with the color palette for this a lot, and I can show you guys right here my original thought process for her color palette. And for her hair, I really wanted to make it a lighter bluish gray. I played around with a ton of colors on Procreate to see what would fit her the best. But I narrowed it down to this one because I thought that it was a nice change of pace, because most of the colors I planned on using were maroons, browns, oranges, olive green. So I think that having a bluish gray for the hair kind of stands out a little bit better. I originally wanted this color to be a little bit lighter, but the markers that I had were a little bit dark and I didn't have anything lighter than that, so I kind of just went with it. But I did wish that her hair was a little bit lighter, just to contrast a bit more against the hat and the cape, which her hair is sandwiched in between, you know. For the glow though, what I did was I left a little space on her cape here specifically, and I made the green get lighter as I got closer to the mushrooms, and then I added some orange and some pink, and then a very light pink glow around the mushrooms. I think that it kind of gives the effect of, okay, they're glowing and they're letting off a light onto her. So I think the important thing when you make something glow is to show that glow affecting whatever it's glowing over or whatever's getting hit with that light. You need to show the effect of that. Otherwise, if I just left the cape green, it would not look like they were glowing realistically at all. So for her dress, I wanted to make that the orange part because autumn is primarily oranges, reds, and yellows. So I wanted that to definitely be a very focal point, something that draws your eye, surrounded by all the darker colors, the warmer colors around her, like the maroons, and then the green for her cape and stockings, just as kind of like a accessory color. And I have to say, I'm really happy with how this came out. I really love all of the colors that I chose. Like I said, I played around a whole bunch with my sketch that I originally did when I was planning her outfit in Procreate to test out all different colors, and I originally had things a little bit shifted around in terms of what their color was going to be, but I settled upon this and I'm really happy with it overall. I think that this is one of my favorite characters I've ever created in terms of changing an item or a concept into a person. So I really had fun doing this one. I hope you guys like what I did with Autumn. Let me know what you think of how I drew her. And now we're gonna move on to the second most popular season. So the second most popular season was winter, but it was actually a really close tie for a while between winter and summer. So that's why I drew this one second, because I knew autumn was going to be first by how many people voted for it off the bat. But for winter, it was very close. So I gave that poll a little bit more time. And eventually winter won, but only by a few percent compared to summertime. So I was really excited to draw this one as well, because I had an idea in my head and I was secretly hoping this one would also win. So I wanted to go the route of doing kind of like an ice demon queen. So I really wanted it to have like demonic elements in it. So for autumn, I went more the witchy route and I gave her elven ears. This one, I wanted to go kind of the opposite and make her a little bit more serious. And I felt that giving her almost like a frost demon look would be really cool and really fun. So I tried to make her pose mirror her personality, which I imagine would be very serious and cold. Get that? Get it? I know, you don't have to laugh. But anyway, I wanted to make her outfit look like she came right out of the cold, but also at the same time, like she's not really affected by the cold as much, as you can see by the fact that I gave her one fully bare leg, and if she's really in the cold, well, she gonna freeze out there, but whatever. So what I wanted to do was, because I gave her skirt a asymmetrical slit on the side, I wanted to make it so that the eye is kind of drawn all around. So what I did was on her left, our right arm, I made it fully covered, whereas the one on the other side is bare. And then I swapped it for the legs. I did her right, our left leg fully covered, and then the other one is bare. And the bare one is on the side with the slit. So it kind of calls your attention back and forth like a zigzag, rather than having one side be fully covered and one side be fully bare. I think that would have been, I don't know, too boring, too plain. Everything would have been too one side heavy. So I think it looks a lot better when things are kind of back and forth. And so I played around with her colors quite a bit as well in her design. There were a lot of things that I had for her design originally that I really ended up hating, and I scrapped a bunch of stuff and changed it, as well as a bunch of colors. I tried to figure what colors would be best to get across the point of she is winter. And at first I had some dark grays and some blacks in her design, but I felt that that was a little bit too harsh. And I also had some golds. I didn't feel like that fit the winter theme. It just didn't make her scream winter. So I changed anything that I had originally in gold to a light purple. As you can see, I colored there already. And anything that I had in a dark gray / black, I did in a navy blue. So I wanted to keep the color palette more to the whites, light blues, dark blues, purples, grays, like that side of the spectrum. And I think it looks a lot better. Another thing is I originally had her a bit more pale, and I just didn't think it looked good, especially against all the colors I was choosing. I think a darker skin tone definitely stands out a bit better for her and just looks nicer overall. However, my marker that is a little bit darker than this tone, this is more of like a, I don't want to say orangey, but you get what I'm saying. It's a little less on the brown side, a little less more on the reddish warm side for a skin tone. My more brownish one was running out, so I gotta buy more of that color. I would have liked her skin to be a bit darker because that's how I had it originally in my planning sketch, but can't all win, I guess. Gotta order more refills for my Copics. A lot of them are starting to run out actually, and makes sense because I've had a lot of these for many years, but I think it's time to start buying even more refills for certain colors that, like, sometimes you just need a certain color and you're like, well, whoops. You'll notice when I color the circle behind her, my marker actually just starts running out, and I start heavily regretting my decision to use that marker for the background circle, but it's fine. Anyway, I had a lot of fun drawing this one as well. I feel like I say that a lot, but I put a lot of effort into the outfit designs for winter and fall or autumn, whatever you want to call them. I had a lot of fun doing them because I just really wanted to be creative, and I went through, like I said, a bunch of iterations for their colors and their designs, but what I settled on I'm really happy with, and I'm happy with their poses and just how they came out overall. And as you can see, I realized that I forgot her tail that I planned to give her, and I just added that in at the last minute, but you know, it's never too late, whatever. But yeah, like I said, I had a lot of fun with these, and I'm really curious to know what your favorite is. So you can let me know in the description box below which is your favorite, and if you want me to continue the series, which would only really be one more video, because there's only 2 more seasons that I could possibly do, spring and summer, but if you want to see that, let me know in the description box below. I would love to continue it and just finish it up. So anyway, yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and as always, all of my information is in the description box below. The link to my online store, my Patreon pin club, my Woodland Eat a Bag Kickstarter, which is going on for another week. All that good stuff is in the description box below, so please check it out. And I will see you guys all next Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern time. As always, I hope you have a beautiful week, and I'll see you then. Bye-bye.